In 2010, the Supreme Court ruled that an individual's right to bear arms as a citizen of the country also protected them against state laws banning guns.
On what basis was the case decided? This is the story of McDonald versus Chicago.
In 2008, various neighborhoods in inner-city Chicago were experiencing a sharp decline. Plagued with crime and violence, many citizens hoped to defend themselves.
One of these citizens was 76-year-old Otis McDonald, a retired mechanical engineer who hoped to ride out his twilight years in the Morgan Park neighborhood, where he had lived since 1971. With his own property having been broken into 5 times, McDonald sought to purchase a handgun, but he was required to register the gun with the city.
However, this wasn't so easy. In 1982, Chicago passed a handgun ban and refused to issue any more registrations. But McDonald saw it as his Second Amendment right and as an American to be able to purchase a gun.
Along with 3 other Chicagoans, he sued, went through the court system, and eventually had his case heard before the Supreme Court.
A legal showdown highlighting perhaps our most controversial amendment awaited, with McDonald positioned front and center.
McDonald's attorney was 39-year-old litigator Alan Gura. Gura argued that the Privileges or Immunities Clause of the 14th Amendment should be interpreted to extend the Second Amendment's protection of the right to bear arms to the state level, a process known as incorporation, so that city or state regulations could not infringe on that right.
He also argued that when the city of Chicago banned firearms, they had violated McDonald's 14th Amendment right to due process.
The opposition came by way of attorney James Feldman. Feldman, an experienced Supreme Court litigator, defended Chicago's power to enact their own gun policies.
He argued that owning a handgun is not an individual right protected under the 14th Amendment's Due Process Clause.
Both sides presented strong arguments and tensions were high.
It wasn't a landslide. In a split 5-4 ruling, the Supreme Court declared that the Due Process Clause does in fact incorporate the Second Amendment's right to bear arms.
Justice Samuel Alito wrote for the majority that gun ownership was an American's fundamental right. Chicago's handgun ban was lifted, and McDonald, along with the citizens of Chicago, could purchase handguns for self-defense.
The majority justices referred to the 2008 case District of Columbia versus Heller as precedent. In that case, Alan Gura had successfully argued to overturn Washington, D.C.'s gun ban on Second Amendment grounds.
In the McDonald case, the majority decided that the right to self-defense applied on the state level as well.
Dissenters held firm in their beliefs that local governments should be able to wield powers within their boundaries as they see fit.
They argued that the Second Amendment did not include a general right to private self-defense, and also that the Second Amendment should not be considered a fundamental right for purpose of incorporation.
The Supreme Court's ruling led to a reevaluation of multiple local and state gun control laws. It's clear that gun ownership remains a divisive issue in our country. So how long will it be before another case divides not only our Supreme Court, but the dueling ideologies of American citizens? This was the story of McDonald v. Chicago. If you guys found this video helpful, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe.